Hi guys. Happy May, first of all. It's another beautiful day, so I find myself wanting to share with y'all. Um, First things first, my previous video, I shared with you all um, something that I'm working on and something that has been a long time coming. My production company, Queen Pen Productions. And so I'm still working and it's still coming. Launching probably end of summer with a party. Stay tuned for location and details. But for today, I think I just want to talk to the creative individuals, specifically those of us who are artists, those of us who are writers, those of us who know that we have something in us to give to the world, and the only way that the world is going to get it is if we give it. There's something a little bit deeper that sometimes we forget. Sometimes we lose sight of what it is that we're supposed to be doing, or what it is that we're supposed to be giving. Yes, it is okay to share your gift with the world, and sometimes you got to build a team, and that's understandable. I'm building a team as we speak with regards to my production company. However, the important part of the team is, if it's your team, it's important to remember that this is your gift, and this is by design and by divine design, meaning that it's not something that the world gave you, so it shouldn't be something that the world tells you how to give to them. God will give it to you in a certain manner. God will give it to you in a capacity that maybe only you comprehend, and it's up to you to produce it and manifest it in the way that it should. And those around you should support that. Those around you shouldn't be held up or caught up in their own goals and their own agendas. And this is where discernment kicks in, because you have to be able to discern the people around you to understand that sometimes the people that you want on your team, or the people that you have on your team, aren't necessarily beneficial to what you're trying to accomplish, because they have their own goals and their own agenda. And at the end of the day, they may perhaps have their own reasons to be affiliated with you, to build themselves up, and that becomes a hindrance to what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because it no longer is focused on what it is that you want to do, but it's more so what they want to do, or perhaps what they see for you. All of that diminishes what it is and who it is that you are and what it is you're trying to accomplish. And it causes so much dissension within us, because the creator within us is just like confused, because they feel silenced. And sometimes that voice is the voice of God that you silence because you're trying to accommodate those around you. And it's only a pain to ourselves, and it only hurts ourselves and the person within us who is trying to develop and manifest. More in particular, I believe that the best way to understand it is look at it from a child's perspective. We are all children of God, and as a child of God, we need guidance. But the world doesn't necessarily have the best guidance. Perhaps you may be able to take in what the world wants to give you, or what they perceive as what it is for you, but at the end of the day, the sole decision and the sole actions that come from you and come from your creator within, and comes from the creator that you are, comes from a place where you've surrendered yourself to a higher existence, number one, and number two, in that submission there's a transaction. You give yourself over to God, for me, and you give over to that higher existence, and then that higher existence transfers the energy you need to produce what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And in mine, it's I give to God, God gives it back to me, and I give it to y'all. That's the kind of rapport that you should have in this creation, and in the creating of what it is that you create, whether it be music, writing, performing, whatever it is. And I say look at it from a child's perspective because it keeps you humble that way. When you look at yourself as the child that you are in God's eyes, God will give it back to you. in such a way that it needs to be given out. And it's up to us to step aside from what it is that the world may want of us, or what it is that the world may expect of us, and actually bring to fruition what it is that God has for us. Because in the midst of us trying to appease everyone else and please everyone else, and put smiles upon everyone else's faces, we lose sight of the little kid in us who's like, hey, I want to share something. Hey, I got something in here that we need to put out, but you're not listening to me. You're silencing that voice. And as a creator, when you get into a space where you choose to silence that voice, you choose to silence yourself, and it becomes hard to create. For me, it because I'm a writer, it causes what is called as writer's block, for those of you who don't know. But it could be a creative block where you just can't create. Like, you sit and you're ready and you're focused and you think you're focused to do it, but in reality, nothing's coming out. That's because you're not focused. You're not focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And so I just wanted to encourage those of us who are creators to stay the course, stay the path. And as much as it may displease others, you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with the fact that knowing, hey, this has to go the way that I need it to go, and not the way that you want it to go, and not the way that you think it should go, and not the way that you perceive it to be. This is my creation. This is my child. It's a birth, and creation is a birth every single time. Every single thing that you create is a new birth, and it should be fresh that way. So you have to nurture it from the inside. You have to feed it the right energies, and then you have to produce it in the way that it was supposed to be produced, not the way that the world wants you to produce it. And losing sight of who you are and what you are, you lose sight of what it is that you're trying to create. And there's no one's fault in that but your own. There's a way out of it. You just got to step back from what it is that what you have been doing, and basically go back to the drawing board and figure out what needs to be done, what needs to be accomplished, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be changed, what needs to be let go. It's a whole process. It's a whole routine. And once you stick to that routine, creation will become easier. Yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory at that point. But that's the goal. If the goal is to create, then you got to work on what it is that you need to be doing to create. I'm off the wind with this. Like, this isn't everything that I do for you guys. Every time I come to do a video in front of you guys and for you, it's off the top of my head. It's literally how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and it's not scripted. As much as I'm a writer, I don't script this. I come straight from the internal. There's a mental preparation and, just separation from everything else, just to focus on what it is, the message that I'm trying to convey. But in this one, I just wanted to encourage you all who are creators to focus on what it is that you have to do, because at the end of the day, no one else is going to get it done. And the seasons are changing. It feels good outside. I have no jacket on today. It's supposed to be nice all week. I think it's like 60 degrees today. Crazy. When it was like raining and stuff earlier the past few days or whatever. But as I digress, this is off the top of my head. I just want you guys to stay nourished in the right way. So I know that sometimes we get clouded by everything else around us and we lose sight. Here's your reminder. But to everyone else, I hope everyone else is having a blessed day. I hope everyone else is enjoying this weather. You can hear the kids behind me at the playground. Just want you to be fruitful. Continue to be fruitful. Go after what it is that you want to accomplish in this lifetime. Go after what it is that you want to do in this season. And prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. So just be fruitful and be productive, but be productive in the way that you know you're supposed to be. Yeah, it's that season. Last video I said seasons were changing, and look around you. Yeah. So we out here, just do what you gotta do, y'all. Like, it's not about what somebody else wants you to do. It's about what you know you need to get done. And for me, that journey was interesting, but I literally took a break from people. I cut a lot of people off, and I separated myself from a lot of experiences, and I just focused on what it is that I know I need to accomplish, and I'm gonna get it done. and I encourage you all to do the same. So I'm gonna leave y'all to it. I want y'all to enjoy this day, enjoy your week. Happy May. May this month be blessed and prosperous and fruitful and all those great and wonderful things. And to the Creator, focus on what it is that God gave you. Forget the rest, because the rest doesn't matter. The only one we're aiming to please is God, and that well done will only come if we're doing what we need to be doing, not what others want us to do. So that's all for now. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my walk and enjoy the rest of this day, and I hope y'all do the same. Peace, love, light, as always. Positive vibes.